Biking. My favorite pastime, and my personal way to go to school. It's a very nice skill to have, and incredibly rewarding to bike a mile from school in freezing weather conditions where my hands feel numb with blazing heat that melts skin and fries eggs outside. Now, despite it being incredibly hard to explain something that I had mastered over 5 years of doing, I will attempt to explain the process and maybe tips on how to bike. Trust me, I am very reliable and trustworthy to explain information that may hold your life. Warning: always wear at bare minimum a helmet with you and follow the traffic laws of your area. First off, we gotta start with basics. For the most part, in my experience, I can simplify the rides in 3 steps: the initial momentum, balancing, and stopping. This is a loop that repeats itself many times to get to your destination. When people start learning how to ride a bike, the hardest part is trying to keep balance when getting the initial momentum. If you have a friend or parent, you can have them push to get the initial boost. If you have neither of these, like I did, have a slope to go down and learn the rhythm to alternate pedaling. The reason why we are learning how to pedal first is because balancing is easier to do with the fast momentum you have gained from your partner or slope. This pedaling also allows you to get your practice needed on how to shift your weight from one side to the other. When you're finally done breaking your shins because you have missed the pedals 5 times, we can now learn how to balance. Now, do not be fooled with the idea that you have to have the wheel be straight when riding the bike. This is flawed because it allows very little wiggle room for mistakes. At that point, you might as well be on a tightrope with your only options being success or a fresh meal of asphalt with a side of scraped knees. What you want is kind of more of a slither kind of movement with a sway from side to side. This allows for more room to keep shifting weight. And also, the only exception that I would say is to keep straight when you have a massive speed, because you do not need to shift weight with that amount of speed, and it is way easier to keep stable with that amount of speed. Last part is stopping. Now, this is very self-explanatory. Use the brakes in front of the handles to stop. Now, please, please, do not pull an A train on an unsuspecting pedestrian and learn to stop before doing massive speeds. Now, you might be guessing, this is how I learned how to bike. No. Basically, the way I learned how to ride my bike at the age of 10 was the equivalent of tossing your child into a pool and then leaving it there until it learned how to swim. My uncle placed a shirt around my head and made me ride my bike on the massively steep slope that they lived near. Now, surprisingly, it did not end with my untimely demise, and actually taught me more than those stupid training wheels that I had for the entire time before that. It is surprising that I'm still alive, but hey, it works out. Now, that's all I have to explain on how to ride a bike. Now, good luck and enjoy the freedom you have of getting a bike.